Having clarified what data, servers, clients, requests, and responses mean, we can move on to explore other terms that will shed even more light on data connectivity. Developing and maintaining data connectivity is one of the most important things of all. It regards the ability to connect clients and servers, securing the swift and voluminous transfer of information between them. This is not a new subject. Today, unprecedented amounts of data are being sent from servers to clients and vice versa. And if it wasn't for data connectivity, this wouldn't have been possible. Okay, but how does it happen? How can one connect information from multiple servers simultaneously? How is this data delivered to the clients? The simple answer is by using APIs. Application Programming Interfaces, APIs, are the software tool that makes this entire beautiful picture a reality. Technically, an API is a contract allowing software to share data with each other. Otherwise, in simple words, it lets devices and software applications communicate in real time. Nonetheless, we imagine this term is not really clear to everybody. Let's describe its meaning word by word. First, remember an API is a type of an interface. But what is an interface? Think of a device, for instance a cooker or a TV set. Obviously, using inputs, a device is capable of executing certain operations to produce outputs. The cooker uses electricity, which is an input, to heat up its oven, the output, while the TV set uses electricity, an input, for displaying a film, the output. This means devices are capable of executing specific functions. But how do the cooker and the TV set relate to the outer world? Through interfaces, or even more specifically, through the endpoints of their interfaces. In our kitchen example, the cooker's plug can be considered an endpoint of the cooker's interface, while the electricity socket an endpoint of the power supply. By connecting these two, electricity can flow from the power supply to the cooker, which can then provide its function to heat up the oven. Hence, the connectivity between the power supply and the cooker is realized by connecting their respective endpoints. The case of the TV set is even more interesting. Look at the back panel of such a device. So many inputs form this interface, and they are all endpoints, as various devices can be attached here, the left and the right channel of an audio system, a VGA screen, and more. In addition, the TV cable's plug is another endpoint, as it goes to the power supply socket. The situation in the digital world is analogical. As we already said, to execute their inherent functions, software apps, in their capacity of clients, need access to specific types of data contained in some servers. Let's add more elements to this composition though. Who are those using apps? People or other software? They are their end users. Who is creating them? Business developers and software engineers. Namely, the latter are the end users of the APIs, which allow them to connect to the data servers. This means APIs are a collection of endpoints to which developers can attach and then extract specific information that can be used by those who are working with the apps. Furthermore, do not think that people connect to such data servers just to retrieve bulky data sets with text, numeric values, audio, or video files. Apart from access to such information, servers contain and provide specific software products too. The term comprising the types of information you could obtain from a server is data assets. A data asset in general is just data that is expected to have some value in the future. Everyday examples include intellectual property, such as patents or a song you composed. You may obtain financial benefits from selling these assets later. As a consequence, a database with thousands of records is another type of a data asset, one you could later use for analysis and deduct valuable insights which will improve your business in the future. Other instances are websites providing specific text information or pieces of code. Therefore, data assets are any forms of data or software related to the processing of information. Having clarified the general picture better, let's go back to the other two words composing the term API. Application. Here, an application, often called just app, refers to a program designed to perform a specific set of operations for the end user, be it a person or another application. Instances of apps are web browsers, video editing programs, database management software, and so on. In the same way, all an oven does is heat up a meal. Applications have a specific purpose and are able to carry out specific tasks they have been designed for. Programming. Programming simply refers to the function the app performs. In other words, it regards the process of converting inputs into outputs. Therefore, from a programming perspective, combining these two terms with everything we just said about interface means an API is namely the technology necessary to process requests from the clients to the servers and, in response, brings the requested data from the server. So, an API acts pretty much like a messenger. To sum up what we've said so far, we can say a server supplies data and acts as the power supply from the kitchen example, while a software application acts as the cooker. It needs data to execute its operation properly. We believe you already have a good idea about why data connectivity exists today. In the next video, we will focus on this phenomenon from the technical side. How can so many programs written in different programming languages communicate between each other and transfer information at such a quick rate? Also, we will discuss in particular how APIs contribute to data connectivity. See you there!